Welcome to our YouTube channel, where we explore some of the most mysterious unsolved cases in history. Let's start with case number 1. Today, we will be diving into the perplexing case of the Sodder children, one of the most puzzling missing persons cases in American history. The disappearance of the 5 Sodder children in the 1940s still haunts investigators and continues to fascinate true crime enthusiasts to this day. So sit back, and let's explore the mystery of the Sodder children. On Christmas Eve, 1945, a fire broke out at the home of George and Jenny Sodder in Fayetteville, West Virginia. George and Jenny, along with 4 of their children, escaped the fire, but 5 of their children were unaccounted for. Despite an extensive search of the property and the surrounding area, no trace of the missing children was ever found. The cause of the fire was never determined, and many believe that it was intentionally set to cover up the children's disappearance. The circumstances surrounding the disappearance of the Sodder children are suspicious, to say the least. The family received a strange phone call before the fire, in which an unknown woman asked for someone named Louie. When told that there was no one by that name at the residence, the woman laughed and hung up. On the night of the fire, Jenny Sodder claimed to have heard a loud thud on the roof before the fire broke out. The Sodders also found a ladder near their house, which they believed was used to climb up to the roof and start the fire. In addition, the remains of the missing children were never found in the rubble of the fire. This is particularly strange, as the fire burned at a high enough temperature to completely destroy the house and everything inside it. Despite this, no bones or teeth were found in the debris. George and Jenny Sodder never believed that their children died in the fire, and spent the rest of their lives searching for them. They hired private investigators, put up billboards, and even excavated the site of their former home in search of their children's remains. Numerous theories have been put forward over the years to explain the disappearance of the Sodder children. Some believe that the children were kidnapped by the Italian mafia, as George Sodder was a vocal critic of fascist dictator Benito Mussolini. Others believe that the children were taken by the Coalwood Mining Company, who were angry with George Sodder for his outspoken criticisms of their practices. Some even believe that the children were abducted by aliens, as the Sodders reported seeing strange lights in the sky on the night of the fire. The disappearance of the Sodder children remains one of the most enduring mysteries in American history. Despite numerous investigations and countless theories, the fate of the 5 missing children remains unknown to this day. The Sodder family's tireless search for their children has captured the hearts and imaginations of people all over the world. Their story is a reminder of the importance of never giving up on the search for the truth, and the enduring power of hope in the face of tragedy. Next, case number 2. Today for our second case, we're going to take a deep dive into the infamous case of the Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer terrorized the San Francisco Bay Area in the late 1960s and early 1970s, and the killer's identity remains unknown to this day. Join us as we explore the mystery of the Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer first gained notoriety in 1969 when he began sending letters to the media and police. The letters were often signed with the Zodiac symbol, and contained cryptic messages and ciphers that he challenged authorities to decipher. The killer claimed to have killed several people and threatened to continue killing unless the letters were published in the newspapers. The killer's first known victims were David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, a teenage couple who were shot and killed while parked at a remote spot near Vallejo, California, in December 1968. The killer's next attack occurred in July 1969, when he killed Darlene Ferrin and seriously injured her companion, Michael Mayhew, in a shooting in Vallejo. The Zodiac Killer had a unique modus operandi, which made it difficult for investigators to identify him. He wore a hood or a mask to conceal his identity and would often approach his victims in remote areas. He would shoot or stab them, leaving behind no fingerprints or evidence that could be used to identify him. In addition to his attacks, the Zodiac sent a series of cryptic letters to the media and police. The letters contained ciphers and messages that he claimed would reveal his identity if solved. While some of the codes were solved, others remain unsolved to this day. Over the years, numerous suspects have been investigated in connection with the Zodiac case. One of the most famous suspects was Arthur Lee Allen, who was investigated by police in the 1970s and 1980s. However, Allen died in 1992 and was never charged with the Zodiac killings. Another suspect was Lawrence Kane, who had a history of violence and was known to have been in the Bay Area during the time of the killings. However, there was not enough evidence to charge Kane with the Zodiac murders. The Zodiac Killer remains one of the most enduring unsolved mysteries in American history. Despite numerous investigations and countless theories, the identity of the killer has never been definitively proven. The case continues to fascinate and intrigue true crime enthusiasts all over the world. The Zodiac Killer's cryptic letters and taunts to the police and the public remain chilling reminders of the darkness that can lurk in our world. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unknown, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more true crime stories and unsolved mysteries.